This video was recorded in front of a live virtual audience. Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Today, boy, what a treat I have for you. We're going to be talking Chanel, and if you thought that the price increase was breaking news, wait till you hear the breaking news that I got to share with you today. Before I get to the breaking news, don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, superdacob all spelled together. Push the join button next to the subscription button and become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon, superdacob all spelled together there as well. Thank you to my members and patrons who have already pledged. And thank you to all my co-viewers who are watching me live right now, because this video is being filmed live in front of a virtual audience. I live stream every Saturday. Don't forget to join me. Everybody's invited to join the conversation in the chats every Saturday. And also for my Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons, don't forget, you guys get every Saturday an exclusive pre-show, a 1-hour pre-show before the main show every Saturday. So don't forget to tune in to see that as well. The link to that is posted in my community tab as well as in my Patreon community tab. So now I'm going to try again to turn off my air conditioning. I apparently have to click it twice for it to turn off. And I'm going to put my earphones in because I have a very special guest joining us in the conversation today. Well, you've seen by the title already, chaneloholics episode, talking about Chanel breaking news with none other than the TheCCSpy. Hello, darling.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, sweetie. I'm doing fabulously. So except my earphones are ugly, but whatever, we'll deal.
Not the 80s.
What? What did you say?
The very 80s. You should have seen the Walkman I used to have.
Right, I should put like something like boom right over here. You look fabulous, by the way. So we're wearing Chanel today, are we, darling?
I am. The Charms jumper.
The Charms jumper and earrings.
Yes, that's right.
Did we do Chanel makeup?
Yes, I have. Do you know what I'm trying out today? Well spotted. I'm trying out the CC foundation.
Oh, yeah, the CC cream?
Yes, and the new limited edition, what do you call them, those sticks with a highlighter? But it's like, you see, it makes you look all dewy and young.
Oh, wait, is that from the Christmas collection?
Yes, just now this.
Oh, I didn't see that. I was in the boutique. I saw they have these like new eyeliner things, like they like glittery black eye gel. And did you see that?
Yes, I saw that. I saw that.
I almost bought it because my sales associate said, Dacob, you can actually put it on your lips as well. On top of hydration, you can get black glittery lipstick on.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and get them now.
It's kind of interesting to have like black glitter lip. I mean, it might look tacky, but anyway, you look fabulous. And guys, don't forget to follow Laura on Instagram. I have posted Laura's right under the picture says Laura at TheCCSpy. That is TheCCSpy. Be sure to follow her on Instagram. Now, Laura, the topic at hand, we are talking about Chanel breaking news. And the breaking news, you guys, is not the price increase, because that's old news. We're already counting down to the next price increase, darlings. But the real news is that Chanel has officially stopped their franchises. Now, this is Europe-wide, possibly also in the States, but we're talking boutiques that they've been working with, just a limited select few that were allowed to be a franchise. Some of them have been a franchise for over 40 years, have been working with Chanel for over 40 years. They have been deleted. They have stopped working with them. They just sent them a letter saying, we're done. Thank you for, not even a thank you, we're done. 40 years you've been able to buy our stuff. From next season, no more. We're not selling you stuff anymore. Laura, what do you think about that? And who did you hear it from as well? Because I heard it too.
I heard it from a very good source, very trustworthy source, that she was told by her SA that soon she will not be able to help her anymore because they're closing down the franchise in this store in Cyprus. So yeah, they're living, yeah.
Yeah, the store in Cyprus, you guys. It's a franchise. So what is a franchise? Just to explain to you, for those of you who don't know. So Chanel has its own boutiques worldwide. Like most monobrand brands, monobrand boutiques are owned by the company itself. Some are franchises, meaning you could technically go to a brand as an individual business person and tell them, hey, I would like to open a franchise of your store, meaning so like, for example, McDonald's restaurants, McDonald's has a couple of restaurants that are their own, and then they have a couple of franchises out there where private businesses or individuals go to McDonald's, pay McDonald's a fee to be allowed to open a store in their name, and then they buy from Chanel the clothes, and then they sell them as if they were a Chanel boutique, but they're not. They're a franchise. What does this mean? This means a lot of things really interesting for us consumers, because a franchise usually doesn't have the right to send stuff back after it's purchased it. So if you're really lucky, like I got lucky many years ago in one of the franchise boutiques, they have still stuff from the 90s in the back. Now this is I have it in the back, worth having it in the back, other than Kelly's and Birkins. So I got this wonderful, I was talking in one of these franchise stores to the store manager, telling her how much I love Chanel and especially vintage Chanel. And she said, oh, really, Dacob? Because, we have this kind of drawer full of stuff from the 90s that nobody wants. She opened it up. Oh my God, all the 24 karat gold plated belts, necklaces, earrings, the sunglasses from the 90s. And my jaw dropped. And I'm like, and you're selling this? She's like, you like it? I'm like, yeah, I think I just died and went to heaven. And then she's like, oh, okay, great. You can have the glasses for $50. You can have the necklace for $150. And I bought everything. So that's the magic of a franchise that you will never find in the actual boutiques. So there's that. But also franchises have to be very careful what they order, because they cannot send stuff back. So they have to be sure they're going to sell the stuff. Otherwise, they're going to lose money. But no franchise, as far as I'm aware of, ever quit working with Chanel. They did whatever Chanel wanted them to do just to keep on being able to work with Chanel. And now Chanel just said, no, we're done. Thank you. We're just going to have our own boutiques from now on. And I had one of my viewers and followers, viewers from YouTube, followers on Instagram, send me a DM about a franchise boutique in Finland that also sold Chanel for 40 years as a franchise, and they also got kicked out this year. You see, guys, there's a pattern forming here. It's not, and as I said, go check out my video. As I said in my prior video, the Chanel price increase video, you're going to hear information you're not going to hear anywhere else on YouTube about Chanel's price increases. And I told you the reasons there. So go check out that video. But in addition to that, we see a pattern forming here. And the pattern being, well, they're lowering production because, yes, we have issue with manufacturing. Stuff doesn't arrive on time. Stuff gets dropped. Certain products don't even go into production. The raw materials are not being delivered because they come from countries maybe far away, not really from Europe. And then they get produced in Europe. So there's a whole that can of worms that, these luxury brands don't want to open. But on top of that, I feel because there's scarcity in the product, the whole production chain has been disrupted in some way, shape, or form. This is why now Chanel, I think, is making the next move of saying, well, we also had the burden of having to deliver clothes and accessories and shoes and bags to the franchises. So when we deliver it to the franchise, then we don't get the stuff that we need because we're also lacking product. So we're going to stop all our interaction with all the franchises. So we're going to get more product into our own boutiques. This is my personal opinion. Although I do think that, but then again, for 40 years you've been working with a franchise. Why quit now of all times? What is your opinion, Laura?
I think it's very, very sad. For example, this person whom I'm very close to, and they were telling me that this is happening. She thinks every purchase through, and like us, she likes going to the boutique and she likes looking at what she's going to buy. She could very well use a contact here or use a contact from Paris and get the stuff sent. But that's not what she wants. She wants to see the item. She wants to touch the item. She wants to make sure that the item is in perfect condition. And now she's not going to be able to do that. So customers like her are going to be let down. And they had some amazing stock. I remember being able to get some sale shoes from the Cuba collection from that boutique in Cyprus that I couldn't find anywhere else. So like you said, they have gems. I think they have a place. And it's very, very, very sad that they're doing this. I'm very disappointed, to be honest.
I'm disappointed too. I mean, I understand from a business point of view that the brand wants total control over everything. And I mean, they've been starting to do this also with their perfume counters. You know, a couple of years ago, Chanel opened up their first beauty boutique. They're owned by themselves, self-owned, whatever. So I'm missing the right word for it. But their own beauty boutique. And since they started doing that, they started limiting more and more other perfumeries or beauty shops being allowed to sell their products, and they're cutting more and more licenses off. So the more time passes and the more we as a consumer are being driven back to buy directly from Chanel rather than from licensed resellers. So, and Chanel isn't doing this just through closing up either franchises or taking back licenses for people to sell their eyewear or cosmetics, makeup, you know, beauty, perfumery. But they're also expanding more and more with time. And we've noticed this in the past years. They're expanding more and more their exclusivity products, their limited edition products, which when they release their limited edition products now, if you go to their website, you're going to see it says exclusive on them. And this means that those products can only be bought directly from Chanel. So you cannot buy these from Chanel counters in shops that have a license to sell Chanel.
Yeah.
And this is a reason, there's a reason why they're doing this. They're doing this to drive the customers more and more directly to themselves. So Chanel is, in my personal opinion, it's already before the lockdown situation started. I think they had this plan, this business plan to cut as much as possible away the intermediate steps of selling, all the, you know, the managers, this blockchain, if you may, of fashion. They wanted to disrupt it and be directly the source. You want Chanel, you got to go to Chanel to buy Chanel, bottom line. And I think that's where they're heading to, or that's where they would like to head to. I don't know how long it's going to take them.
There's a very interesting comment on the chat. Somebody said that they went to John Lewis to look at the Chanel beauty counter and it was bare. The same happened to me. You know, I don't live in London. I live near another city, and in that city, House of Fraser hasn't had Chanel for a very long time. They first took away the sunglasses, then they took away the makeup counters. And now if you want any Chanel, you have to go to John Lewis in a particular shopping mall. And I went there and it was bare, absolutely bare. And they were saying that's because of COVID and all that. But when I went to London, everything is out. So I don't know, it's very, very sad because, you know, as consumers, we all have a right to go to our nearest shop to buy what we need.
Yeah.
So I have to buy it online.
Yeah.
I the makeup as well, because sometimes you buy it online and it doesn't arrive. Like we were talking about the eyeshadows that are not perfectly aligned. Well, I like to look at that before I buy it. And I don't want to buy it online, perhaps. And I also perhaps don't want to go to London to buy some makeup.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the limited editions, you can forget it. You have to go to Chanel directly. They've been very clear about that from the get-go. But other things, I'm just reading in the chats as well. Jesus says, as of lately, Chanel perfume counters are pretty much empty. Licensed ones, old batches, oh, pardon me, of a couple of classics and the newest of blue. Of course, they keep producing blue. Yeah, KDF says, yeah, that's sad. I like a mixed brand beauty experience. Miss Molly says, so we have now to go. Ah, yes, Miss Molly, I think you said prior in the chats a little bit higher up about, let me scroll up in the chats. Oh, wait, there's another comment also from Alina. I bought a Chanel compact mirror with the recycling discount in Oxford Street. It was in spring, summer, I think. However, I don't shop much, so maybe that's why. Out to jam. Now, let me go up more and see if I can find the comment about the one store selling. Here, Miss Molly. The Chanel boutique at Tyson's in Virginia doesn't carry ready to wear. The Chanel in Neiman Marcus, just a few stores down, does. Now, Miss Molly, in the States, things are changing as well. Chanel is closing more and more their corner shops that are not their own. Again, franchises, and they're opening up their own boutiques. But so I'm not so sure about what is going on with the boutique at Tyson's in Virginia and the Neiman Marcus Chanel. If Chanel owns those corner stores themselves, it does happen that Chanel does specialize. Let's say Chanel decides in this shop, we're just going to sell shoes. This does exist. And then within the same mall or just a few streets down, like this shop is just for haute joaillerie, or they say ready to wear is in this shop, but you got to go buy sunglasses in the other shop. That does happen. However, if you are talking about a franchise store here, things might change. In the States, there's always a little bit slightly different regulations than in Europe, but the fact that this wave of deleting all franchise agreements and contracts in Europe, the fact that this wave begins in Europe means that the rest of the world will follow. It's just a matter of time. And it's a huge, this is breaking news because this shows us and it confirms to me, furthermore, my suspicions about why these price increases are happening. And as I said, you know, people are saying, oh my God, you know, people are upset. You can't be upset that they're raising their prices. It's really none of your business. It's their business. So when they decide to raise their price, you can, there's the door. You can either leave or you can keep buying. But there is no room in business, in capitalism. There's no room for, I'm offended, your price is too high. There's nothing to be offended. It's business. It's not friendship. And so it's very cruel. The business of money. It's very, very cruel. But bottom line is, what I want to say is, I don't, and I said this in the other video, I don't believe that these price increases are happening because Chanel just wants to alienate the dying out middle class and just want the rich customers. No, Chanel wants everybody to buy, but they're having a lot of issues because the stuff they are ordering, their own clothes, they can't manufacture enough for the demand. They can't even manufacture enough to guarantee certain products being produced at all. So compensation for that is raising the price for certain products that they can produce, and also for certain products that they know are best sellers and can bring in some of the money that they lost elsewhere. But then for me, the next proof in the pudding is the fact that they're canceling now after 40 years, after 40 plus years, canceling franchises. Why now of all times? It's not just to raise even more exclusivity. In my opinion, it's also to guarantee that they can now, the stuff that they would have to deliver to those franchise boutiques, now they can keep that stuff. That entire quantity of clothes and accessories and footwear and bags that they would have to make for the franchises, now they have that entire amount that they can create for themselves. That's the bottom line. And this to me just kind of reeks of they're in a pickle. They're going through some hard times. As much as they're trying to make it look like everything is dandy, it doesn't seem like it is. What do you think, Laura?
Well, it does sound like they're restructuring their business pretty heavily. I mean, to do away with these outlets that were extra business is just crazy. But I agree with you. I agree that the stock is not there. When I was in Paris, I did see classic flap before the price increase.
Sorry, we got a new member. I'm just saying, thank you, Fatima. Okay, go, Laura. Sorry. It's going to pop up from time to time.
They did have classic flaps in Paris. They were bringing them out. I saw them, walking with the bags. Is that what you call classic flaps? Oh, yeah, they just come in. But the stock is not there. I asked, I wanted a particular hat. They didn't have it. The jeans that I bought, they were the only ones in that size. They had bigger sizes. They had just 2 pairs. And that was it. I've been waiting for the same jeans in London forever. And they're very, very limited quantities. And everybody was telling me, if you see them, buy them because they're like gold dust. So I think you're right. I think there is an issue with production and these franchises are draining a bit the system. So they need to keep it for for the boutiques. Yeah. Rue Cambon, by the way, was very quiet. Very quiet.
Very quiet. I mean, could you guys imagine, like last time I was at Rue Cambon was the day, I will remember this till the day I die. And I never will because I'm a vampire. But you never know, even vampires can get killed. But that's a whole other can of worms. I remember the 4th of June. Or was it the 3rd of June? No, it was the 4th of June. 2019. The first day that Rue Cambon presented the Métier d'Art, Carl's last Métier d'Art collection. Paris, New York, we call it the Egyptian collection. And I was in Disneyland for me. You know, I was just like, oh my gosh. It was just so amazing. The store, the boutique was packed, jammed full like this. It was incredibly full. People running around. There was energy in the air. This was all before lockdowns were even, you know, on anybody's mouths, really. And there was that energy in the air of like, this is forever. You know what I mean? And prior to that, every time I went to 31 Rue Cambon, it has always been. Oh, thank you so much, Robert, for the super chat. Thank you.
19 Russian rubles super chat.
Your super chat will forever be immortalized in this video, darling. And it felt like that you have all of these people. I mean, a bunch of really rich people that are wearing Chanel from head to toe, and you know that they spent $200,000 on the full outfit, and they're just like, I want that and that and that, and they're like they're like excited like kids as well. Then you had people who don't have so much money, but who just love those colors and the opulence of the gold, and they were also treated nicely, I have to say, that day, because I was observing how the staff was working. They were really, really very incredible, and they were super nice to me as well. And now you're telling me it's empty-ish at 31 Rue Cambon.
Number 19 was busier. I went at a different time. I went around 11-ish, 12 to number 19. It was busy. I went to 31 on a different day in the afternoon. It was dead, and I had to wait. I had to sit down and wait for a sales assistant to come and help me for quite a while, because she was serving somebody else before me, which I didn't mind. You know, I'm sitting there, Chanel, it could be worse. I was just thinking in terms of perhaps not even they had the right number of staff. I don't know. There were a few people around. One was with the makeup. A couple were with phones, obviously fulfilling orders from different clients. But yeah, I had to sit down and I had to wait for a while for somebody to come and help. But yeah, there weren't lots of people around. No. One person must have been looking at bags. I was looking at ready to wear. They had a few classics, like I said, beige and other colors. And yeah, no, it wasn't that particular day. It wasn't busy.
And also what is very fascinating, you were there right before the price increase. The price increase hit on November 3rd. You were there a couple of days before November. You were there right before Halloween.
I was there, yes. Let me check. I can check on my phone when I bought those jeans, the day that it was.
It was either on Thursday or on Friday you must have gotten them.
Yes, I think you're right.
Like 29th or 30th of October. So you guys, what is very fascinating is that Laura went to 31 Rue Cambon right before the price increase. Now we know that the 31 Rue Cambon is the mothership of Chanel. So if anybody gets any quantities in of any special piece, it's going to be 31 Rue Cambon. Okay, that's like priority number one. 31 Rue Cambon has to have it. But anyway, right before the price increase, where we know worldwide people go to boutiques and ask for the classics because everybody goes crazy for the classics right before the classics jump in price. And they're usually sold out everywhere just a couple of days before the price increase. But what Laura witnessed is something very different because Laura went to 31 Rue Cambon right before the price increase. And what did you find in terms of classics?
They had them. They walked past me with a beige glare and I said, oh, you got them back. I said, oh, yeah, we got a few in. I said, okay, that's great. It was on the 28th of October. around 3:38 that I was there, to be precise.
The CC Spy knows exactly the time and the date.
I think I sent a message to my husband. Oh, look at this! I found the jeans. What do you think? He said, "Of course, darling. Get them. Get everything." No, he didn't.
Oh, that's a wow! What a husband! Wait, do you have the jeans there with you? Can you show us a close-up?
Shall we do a little unboxing?
Yes, do a little unboxing, Laura. Your first YouTube unboxing.
You want ASMR?
Oh yeah, on the microphone. Squishy jeans, squishy, squishy. Now Laura loves denim. I love denim too, but Chanel denim is really special, you guys.
This is my Christmas present as well. So, guys, I'm showing you first.
Ooh, now you showed me there's a video that they made on how they made these, because you guys might think, oh, well, whatever, denim jeans. No, there's a whole video made just for these jeans, how they manufactured them. Tell us a little bit.
It was fascinating. You know, the people
Wait, lift them up first.
Chanel...
Show us the double C's on them, how they're stitched on, because that's important. Get as close as you can to the camera with the details so that we can see the double C, how that is stitched onto, or stitched, or however they did it, how it was the application onto the denim. Bring it as close as you can to the camera. What is that? Is that a thread?
And that's the pattern. So cute. Okay, let me look at them again. It's like when I was little, I remember my mum made me a Cinderella dress, and it had applique like that, and it's like thread. It's a metallic thread, and it's stitched on top with the logo. So they put this thread, and then it is stitched on top. Now, the people who make Chanel denim is a factory in Italy. I follow them, and they follow me back. Thank you for that.
Oh, nice.
They're lovely, lovely people. But it's fascinating because sometimes they do show a bit of the process, but obviously I don't think they're allowed. I think that is owned by Chanel. But when I was in 19 Rocambon, they had a video, they had like a mirror. I think I share my stories. And in the video, it shows all the process. And I said to somebody at Chanel, why don't you share this with it? Where's this? Why don't you share this in your stories? I mean, it's more interesting than seeing just like ambassadors wearing the clothes. It would be nice as well to see how those clothes are. They don't always share that. I had never seen these jeans in their website or the process. They said, no, we like to keep the mystery. And okay.
Yeah, but I think that, yeah, I know, I agree with you. Gwen says it's Christmas tinsel is the name of that stitch thing.
I love it.
What is so fascinating, I agree with you completely. The time of influencers should be gone, you guys. I'm so over and sick of it. I've never been into it. And all this like ambassadors wearing, I don't care if freaking Penelope Cruz is wearing Chanel at a film fest. I don't care. What I care about is knowing exactly how these pants are produced. I am such a geek for these things. I live for this kind of video when they show you like behind the scenes how they produce their stuff. That to me makes me want to buy the product. Seeing some Oompa Loompa wear it makes me want to not buy the product.
Yeah, and it was fascinating to see the hours that, I mean, how they were cutting the fabric and then putting this tinsel, if you want to call it that, and then stitching it on top. And then I think they were washing them first. And then I just found it, and I was standing there recording, and somebody was looking at me, and I thought, I better go now. Seriously, you know, when the security guard starts coming closer, it's time to go. But I could have stood there forever watching how the jeans were made.
And so do you think they first like stitch them, then they cut through to create that open effect?
Yes. It's like they were putting. It's very difficult. I'm going to share on my stories again. It was like almost like they stick this, then they stitch it, and then they tidy it. But it's not like they cut it. You know, it's not like it's a loop and then it's cut. It was flat. They put it flat and then it's all stitched around. But I mean, the precision, I was watching the lady, you know, like with the, whatever it was, the sewing machine going round. And I was thinking, I could never do anything, make anything. You know how much I love making things. And that level of expertise, I mean, that's what I want to see, you know, when I'm buying something particularly expensive.
Yeah. Chanel denim, expensive. We know. You guys, I was just talking to Laura about this yesterday. We were coming to this conclusion. We are chaneloholics and we love Chanel and we end up spending these ridiculous amounts of money on this stuff. But I was just telling Laura yesterday, I'm like, Laura, bottom line, yes, we love this, but this is insane. And the amount of shit that we buy is insane. But also, yes, it's our fault as a consumer, but it's also the speed in which these brands are evolving, also because of social media. They create this FOMO inside of you. Just the price increases alone, I would not have been buying so many bags in the past years if it wasn't for the price increases. I would have been taking more time to enjoy what I have and then buy the next piece. I mean, I did have my wish lists. Basically, my wish list of Chanel bags is full now. The only one that's missing is the Jersey 255, which they don't even make at the moment. So it's not like that wish list for now is only possible if I buy vintage, not new. So I'm done. My camera bag 255, the big one, was the last thing on my wish list, and it's been on my wish list for 4 years. So, but anyway, what I want to say is all of those bags that I bought in all of these years, like condensed in the past 4 years, is the amount of bags in a normal world that I would have bought in 10 years. Exactly. But I bought them in 4 years because of the freaking FOMO that Chanel pushed onto me. Now, I know that social media exacerbated everything and made it also quicker for Chanel to enhance their prices, because if their bags weren't so popular on social media, they wouldn't be selling so much. And if they weren't selling so much, the price increases wouldn't be so fast. So there's that problem. And then there's also the problem of us saying, well, then, damn it, I gotta buy it now. Because if I don't buy it now, I'm gonna have to spend $1,000 more next month if I don't get it now. And that made us buy more. And also, I was telling Laura, I was making a couple of calculations and I was thinking, you know, even though I have my own personal limits that I've set for myself, I'm like, Chanel bags are not worth more than this amount for me. So I'm buying them only if they're under that amount. And I was really lucky because the ones that I was still hunting down were seasonal pieces from past seasons, but even they got a price increase. And I was sitting there like a moron yesterday calculating. And with every message I was sending Laura, I was getting more and more depressed. I was like, okay, so this one here, which is the love of my life, you know, I always have it wrapped in plastic like Laura Palmer. You know, I love all my 255s, but my clutch is my kind of go-to thing, right? So this one, even this one got a price increase. And I didn't buy it back in 2017 when it first came out. It was made in Italy. I got one made in France. That took a whole season for them to start doing them in France. Anyway, long story short, I calculated, oh, darn. Okay, well, on this one, I lost $400 because it was... Okay, so if I bought it now, I would have lost $1,000 because this one keeps going up in price. So, but when I got it, it was was it $200 or $400 increase as opposed to how much it cost at the beginning. Timeless Classic, clutch, also around $400 gone. Now it would be over $1,000. If I didn't buy it back then, now I would pay $1,000 more. But still, my 255 camera bag that wasn't increased in price for 4 years. Now they decided to increase it in price. I explained to you in my review of that bag why they increased the price. Very sad reason. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, $500, bam. And you know, you just start calculating and you're like, what the hell? Why are we doing this? So it is our fault as well, but it's also the fault of the whole system, how it's built up, I feel.
Yeah, the jumbo that I bought in 2016 was how much? $3,790? How much is it now?
The jumbo was 3,790 pounds?
Yeah, 2016. And I was sick spending that money. I thought, That's so much money. It is a lot of money. How much is it now?
7,000 is it? Oh, I don't know in pounds. 6,000, 7,000?
I think it's more than 7,000.
I mean, in dollars, it's around 9,000.
Yeah, yeah. So it's more.
$9,000.
So 3,790. And I've got a funny story with that bag. I bought that bag and I bring it home. I go out for a coffee and I sit it in its own chair.
Yeah.
And when the sun reflects, I notice that the paint, it was made in France, yeah. The paint hadn't gone in on properly. You could see like brush strokes.
You got to be kidding me.
No. So I look at the bag again and you can see like a brush stroke like that and I think, oh God, and I call the boutique and they said, no problem, bring it back, we'll exchange it for you. So I go back, give them the bag, they give me a credit note and they said, we requested the bag. So they call me 2 weeks later, the bag is here, or a week later. It was no time at all, super quick. Very grateful I was. And they said, we managed to get you one from Galerías Lafayette. I'm going to pick it up. They wrap it up. So I'm going to grab the bag, and say, oh, it's £200 more. And I said, listen, I said to the manager, listen, I am not buying this bag. I am not going to change this bag because the bag was faulty. I didn't change my mind. I didn't, this is not a whim. I bought a bag. They could see it when I showed it to them again. They could see the brush stroke. They could see the lines. They were very good, but they wanted to charge me £200 more, and I refused. And I said, no, you are exchanging this bag. And the SA went to the bag. They went and had a conversation in the bag, and they say, it's okay. Here's your bag. Of course, it's okay. It's your problem, not mine. I didn't ruin the bag. The bag was faulty, but yeah, that happened within 1 or 2 weeks. So I had my fair share of stress as well.
Everything. That's absolutely disgusting, Laura, says Mimi Morrison. Gwen says, WTF, it's an exchange. That is horrible service, says MM. Jesus says, that's ridiculous. That's illegal, says Katerina Williams. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Wow, the nerve, says Debbie. The thing is, they try, it's terrible. It's just I told you, my sales associate made jokes because when my 255 camera bag arrived, we ordered it a week before. When it arrived, it was like $200 more, and I'm like, wait, what happened? And even my sales associate was like, yeah, I do remember it was a different price, wasn't it, when we ordered it last week? I was like, yeah. She's like, well, let me check. And she's like, well, this is not our sticker. So, because she had to request a bag from another boutique. She's like, well, this is the price tag from the other Chanel boutique that we ordered it from. So I can assure you, Dacob, we did not increase the price upon the bag's arrival. So I was like, so basically the bag was increased from the time I ordered it to the time they sent it off. Like, she's like, yeah. Well, do you want it now? Because by the time we come to the cash register, the price might be even higher. Ha, ha, ha. She said it as a joke, and I hated her. I was like, oh, my God. She's like, yeah. She's like, to be honest with you, I don't even know anymore. On a daily basis, prices go up for every little giblet out there. You guys, I just realized that my scrunchie with the pearl? Okay, the pearl scrunchie is a Rev product. They used to be called 00, now they're called Rev. Rev means like, I don't know, abbreviation for something in French, but it means that those are carryover pieces, classics produced every season. So that scrunchie with the pearl is considered the one hair piece that Chanel makes every season. It's their classic. It was like $350 or something. Now it's $400. I was like, wait a minute, that's like over 30% price increase overnight. What the? And she's like, oh yeah, this one went up in price. Yeah, you think it went? It's not. We're not talking like 10%. You guys, I'm really bad in math. Do the math. What's the percentage? I don't know. I would have to calculate it. But if something was $350 And then it jumps to, come on, our mathematicians come through, mathematicians in the chats. So if it was 350 and then it went up to 400, what's the increase percentage, you guys? Susie Q, how you doing, my love? Susie Q says, I was in Chanel yesterday and asked my sales associate if clients are angry, and she said yes, as they should be. Audrey says, sounds like hyperinflation, like it happened in Germany in the 20s. Oh my God, so we're going to lose value of the currency.
I lived through hyperinflation in South America. That was fun. I remember, this is how old I am, saving for a tape. You know, a tape? I wanted to buy the Cure, the head on the door. And I was saving for that tape. And I remember having the money, I saved for this, going to the, you know, record store, record shop, and saying, okay, I want that tape. Here's the money. So it went up in price. And me going back home, you know, having to save the rest, then going back the following day. Okay, I've got enough. No, it's gone up. It's gone up. It's gone up. And it was like that every day. Every day. You know, when hyperinflation, that they keep adding zeros onto the money until it's like worthless. You know, like it's a million pesos.
A million pesos a day. Oh my God.
A million pesos for a tape. It was hilarious. Not for me at the time when I was a child and I was trying to save my pocket money to buy a tape of all things. But
Barbara says we should meet in Paris, get together at Chanel in Paris after the lockdown. What do you say, Dacob? I would love to, you guys.
We take over Chanel.
We take, pilgrimage, all of us, very much like Santiago de Compostela. We all go on our knees.
I was thinking more French Revolution.
You're thinking more French Revolution. We take over. I'm thinking more like, oh, Chanel, the cult.
When I open it, I know you have them in the bag. Yeah. Give me the...
No, with Chanel, it's more like, I know you have the old prices in the back, because the bags, you know.
To me, with the trendy as well. I went to buy my trendy. I knew that it had gone up in price, but they bring the trendy out in black. Which they only had like 2. It was super rare at the time, and it had the old price. So I didn't say anything. I said, "Fine, yes, I'll take you. Take it, yes, I'll take it." And he looks at the price. And he says, "Oh, this price is the old price." And I said, "Oh yeah, yeah." And he went to talk to the manager, and I had to pay the new price.
Oh no.
Yes, but I was ready for that. But it was still. It was sad.
Jonna Oates says, oh my God, The Cure. I had that tape too, and a Boys Don't Cry poster on my wall.
Who didn't? I had the head on the top, Boys Don't Cry poster, the posters with Susie and the Banshees, with Robert Smith there. My daughter managed to get an autograph of Robert Smith. I never did. But they took her booklet to the top booklet to the back, and they brought it back autographed.
Oh, that's cute. So your dream would have been to be a groupie back in the day.
Oh, I tried, but my parents didn't let me.
We're compensating now. We were never groupies when we were pre-vampire days, but now, darling, now we're Chanel groupies. The saddest kind of groupie you can be.
Tell you a very funny story about the Cure that I can't share in public, but one day.
Oh, yeah, when we write the Telltale book.
Exactly.
Sophie says, this conversation just made my Saturday. Barbara says, oh my God, Dacob, you're hilarious. MM says, they have been lying about quantity too. Ramina Rose May reports, yes, we will be getting to that in just a little bit. Don't you worry. Stay tuned, MM. There's more coming on that. Oli Soto says, we are meeting 10:15 Saturday night at Chanel. Pass it on. The revolution begins.
10:15 Saturday night is a Cure.
Do you guys know Allo Allo? It is a British kind of 80s sitcom TV show about the German occupation in France during the Second World War. And It's a comedy. It's a sitcom. It's super funny, and they always have these really caricature versions of the French resistance. And of course, it's the cliche with the trench coat and the beret, and they're the collars are up, and they're like kind of running into the bar saying, la résistance is here. So are you ready? Are you passing the message? And of course, they're talking with these terrible French accents, but they're all British actors. So I mean, politically, it would be totally incorrect today, but I love the show nevertheless. So I imagine us hiding in Paris and the TCCSpy being, she's coordinating all the steps of how we go to 31 Rue Cambon for the pilgrimage. She's like quoting the Cure song, meeting at 10:15 in front of Rue Cambon 31. Pass it on. Also, in Allo, they used to say, listen to me very carefully. I shall say this only once. And then nobody understood what they said, and they had to repeat it again. So.
My grandparents were the Italian resistance, so be well fitted for that role.
Yeah, perfect. It's in your blood, basically.
In my blood to make trouble and say no.
Oh my God, Jesus says, oh my God, my parents and grandparents love that show. Everybody knows it. Look, Ryan says, good morning. I am pissing through. Yes, the jokes. I am just pissing through. Everybody knows Allo. It's amazing. Chanel should have dressed all the actors. Listen very carefully. I shall say this only once. Yes, everybody knows. Oh my God, we opened up a can of worms. Allo revival. That's what I say.
Did we see the comment?
Dacob, you're such a comedian. Oh, thank you, darling.
We should have our own TV show, shouldn't we?
Oh my God, we should so have our own TV show. Are you kidding me? It is sad. I wanted all kinds of things, says Anonym Kicker. If I were to find myself rich, but now I am over all of them, is that growing up or becoming a cynic? I would prefer turning into a vampire like Dacob. Whatever.
I love that. We all want to be a vampire.
Yeah, yes. Are the fragrances under threat of production? Oh, okay, let me tell you, Angie Kotler asks, are the fragrances under threat of production? Okay, I have news on that as well. When it comes to Chanel, I will be talking more about this in an unboxing video, a Chanel unboxing video that I will be filming today, but later on. And if you're watching this video, it's like the Twilight Zone in the Fashion Bunker. If you guys watch this video in the future, by then I might have posted the unboxing video as well. So the information that I would like to share with you now, I can't because I haven't filmed the other video yet, even though I already know what I'm going to say in the other video. Catch my drift? You got to compartmentalize time in a different way when you're live streaming. It's like continuity is of the essence. But I can tell you this. Be very careful when buying new Chanel perfumes with the newest batch codes, the batch codes. Everything with the 6 and up, a bit tricky. I have had my experiences, and I'll talk to you about that in a bit. So the perfumes might not be endangered. Their major famous perfumes are not in danger of being discontinued, but they are being watered down. And this has to do probably with the lockdown and with, not having raw materials, new regulations kicking in, them wanting to save money even more, even though they keep raising prices. But the smells are different. And I've been also to the Chanel Beauty Boutique, and even my sales associate said, Dacob, even 1957, which is a relatively new Les Exclusives fragrance, and it's her favorite. She said, Dacob, it's just not the same. And she wears it to bed every night. That's her perfume too. When you know a perfume so intimately, it's your pajama, literally. And she has it since it's been released. And now the new bottles she got, she's like, it's not the same. And when a sales associate that works at Chanel tells you that, there's some deep shit going on in the company, because they raise the prices for their Les Exclusives. It's not like they oversell 1957. It's not a mass-released product. There's no reason to water it down. You're not going to sell 5 million of them worldwide. It's very low quantities that you're selling of it compared to how much you sell of number 5. And you water it down? girl, that means there's something is going down, you guys. So anyway, that's also news for you in this segment. You're welcome.
I was going to say, you're so quantum with all the time traveling you do.
Yeah. I'm always time traveling. That's why I'm a vampire. Oh, and also other news I have heard. So anybody working for Chanel that wishes to spill the beans, my DMs are open. You can send me DMs now. My DMs are open. I have heard through the grapevine that there's some special something coming out. Gardenia related next year, and I'm like, ooh, are we getting bath products, bath and body we don't know. But also next year, new Les Exclusives coming out and a new Les Eaux coming out.
I heard something, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say here about the factory.
Why aren't you allowed to say it? You don't work for Chanel.
No, I don't want to ruin your video by saying something that you might want to say in the future.
Wait, do I know it already? Did you tell me?
I don't. But somebody might have said that there might be another factory release.
A number 5 or for another perfume?
This factory thing that they did.
This year?
Yes.
Oh, tell us. What? Another perfume?
All I heard is that there might be a whole new factory part 2 coming up, either before or after Christmas.
Okay, so no, I can tell you this. This year, it's not coming out.
After Christmas? Part 2? Factory part 2?
No, because look, if they would do a factory part 2, they would do it for Christmas, because that's when people buy the most stuff.
And Christmas is here already, so
yeah.
Well, we have to see. We have to wait to get the spy. Will need to get more information.
Yes, the spy needs more information. I don't think there's going to be another factory this year. And also Chanel number 5, they're done with it. I mean, if they, and I told my sales associate, I said, listen, Chanel number 22 is celebrating 100 years next year. Is there going to be a special celebration for that? And she said, no. Nobody cares. Could you imagine a number 22 factory? Oh. It ain't going to happen.
I love 22.
Yeah, me too. Where is it? I have it here. You said 22? We got it. And eau de toilette, old formula. Check it out. It turned like amber. It turned like brown. Oh man, it's so intense. Love it. It's the vanilla in here that turns so dark. Could you imagine a fictre, a number 22 fictre? Oh my God, Barbara says next year another advent calendar with more stickers, LOL. Yeah, double the price. Your best oh, another bit of information, my sales assistant. And what did I tell you guys? Don't fall for the FOMO. Chanel is going to tell you the advent calendar sold out online in 5 minutes. It's all fake. Because just yesterday, I went to the beauty boutique and I was told, Dacob, would you like an advent calendar? I was like, you told me they were sold out and you had only one 2 weeks ago. She's like, oh, we can reorder them. So yeah, right. it was all just a marketing thing to create buzz, but you can buy one still. They can now order one for you. What a surprise! Who would have thought?
Kind, right?
All right, yeah, how kind. They're like, oh, nobody can get them. They're so limited edition. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. And now she's like, oh, yeah, we could order one if you wanted. I'm like, no, I don't want it. But you could give me the stickers for free.
You know, oh my, this is so funny. They gave me some stickers for free in life. And I was thinking about you. They gave me the ones for the keyboard.
Oh my God, they gave you the keyboard stickers.
For free, without the calendar. So Dacob is always right.
I told you, Laura, don't buy the calendar. You're going to get those stickers for free. And you got the mini calendar because you bought the Chanel number 5 bottle. So you got the bottle in small.
I was thinking I'm going to paint the back of it with some coco silhouette or something.
Yeah, it's paper. It's paper.
Yes.
But it's not white in the back. It has all the ingredients printed.
Yes, so I'm gonna cover that and then paint it. You see. You
But you know
see.
what I would do? I think what is even better.
You put a Super Dacob logo on
No,
it.
yes, of course. No, I mean paint it on the inside like a secret clam.
Ooh.
So whenever you open it,
Yes.
inside is the hidden treasure. Like Coco loved to hide stuff always.
Oh,
Because the inside is already white. You don't have to paint it. It's already white.
I didn't like when I turned the bottle that the ingredients are there. I'm going to be honest. It was like, oh,
Oh, really? I really like because I love the font. I love the Chanel font. I'm such a sucker for their font. I think their font is just so beautiful.
yes, yes, yes. I didn't want to see the ingredients, so I'm going to cover that and paint it. And then I'll do the inside as well. You're right.
Right? Ollie says, if I get an advent calendar, piñata party at my house for my bunker peeps. Yes, queen.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
We're gonna boom, we're gonna hit it, all the stickers are gonna fall out. Gwen says, I wouldn't mind a small globe for free. Jesus is laughing. Kira says, score, keyboard stickers. Kuroyono says, I can't believe that they really came up with this calendar. Like, who buys it? A lot of people did. Gwen says, it would be nice to put the bottle in resin.
Yeah, fantastic idea. I've been wanting to work with resin for years now. It's highly toxic, so that's stopping me a bit. But I wanted to make a round table with all the camellias inside and pour the resin.
Ooh.
So you put camellias, you put a layer of resin, then you put some more camellias, so they're all like float.
I would love that because I have a ton of camellias that I've collected throughout the decades of buying Chanel. I have boxes of them. I would love, first I was thinking of making a whole dress out of camellias, but then Carl, I think, already did that. I think your idea is much better, making furniture out of it. Ooh.
I've been Russian men making furniture out of resin for months, trying to work out the mixture because you have to mix it or something.
Yeah.
So,
and then you have to be careful to not have the bubbles in there.
Yes, yes, the bubbles, but yes. And not suffocate as well or get too high, but it's all an experiment. It's all a journey.
Barbara says, is it just me or I don't see the point of giving stickers to adults? I'm so perplexed.
I said to my daughter, do you want them for your laptop? She said, yeah. So I'm very grateful that they gave me something that Morella will appreciate.
Hashtag blessed.
I'm so blessed. My journey, I'm blessed on this journey. I got some stickers.
We're so hashtag blessed. And as Paris would say, sliving.
Yeah. And I got some notebooks as well. Those were really nice. Really, really nice Chanel beauty notebooks.
Oh, you got the beauty notebooks. Yes, they have them usually in white, beige, and black.
Yes, and black. That was very generous.
Oh, they gave you all three? Yes, that's generous.
Very, very grateful.
They give you little towels, little...
No, I haven't graduated to the towels yet. I have on the next stop on the journey.
Did they give you a little beauty pouch?
No, stop it.
Okay, well, don't worry because I have the beauty pouch for you.
They did give me my first miniature ever of Sycamore.
Ooh,
So,
that's your first miniature? Ah, yeah, and I saw it on Instagram. You posted the photo, you made a little tableau vivant of all of the little goodies you got.
I had to immortalize the moment in a little.
Those red camellias you got, are they the Christmas colors or are they not?
Christmas packaging.
Oh, I thought they were going to be black.
Perhaps there's a mixture. I had the black from last year, so the red, I love it. She knew that I made a Christmas wreath with red Chanel camellias and white ones, so she gave them to me because she knew. When they did the red perfume, I've got the little red miniature, so I put that as well. So she follows me, and she knew that I had done that. So I was very grateful that she remembered and she gave me the red camellias.
Oh my
really
God.
sweet.
Totally hashtag blessed, you guys. Love it. But also, I saw D Cat from our chats, one of our mods. He posted a photo on Instagram. I really loved it. He got 4 little pins from Chanel for the Christmas collection. Looked adorable. Two of them have the double C, and two of them have the 5 in the spray, in that whole glittery traveling to space aesthetic. And they're amazing. And so of course yesterday I went to buy some stuff in my beauty boutique. I'm like, do you have these? And they're like, oh no, we didn't get them. I was like, damn.
I can beg, steal, or borrow them, but I'll keep you posted. Next week, when I'm on my journey, I will see what I can find.
Are you going to be hashtag double blessed next week?
Very blessed.
Oh my God. Anonyme Geeker says, order freebie.
Yeah, well, we love a freebie, especially after spending a ridiculous amount of money on a pair of jeans.
No, it's so funny, right? How much money we spend. And then at a certain point, also the sales associates get used to the fact that we're going to return and buy anyway. So they don't spoil us with the goodies, even though they should. And that's a little bit annoying to me because I'm like, come on, Mo is Mo. And I'm spending Mo. So it's not like, and it's like, I'm super happy they give me amazing things. But at the same time, I know there's more.
Yeah.
Oh, this is another thing. Oh, tell me, Laura. You tell me first.
I forgot now.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you that. I was telling this to Laura the other day. Chanel is a mastermind at manipulating you into going for that journey because you never reach the top. You guys, you look at Instagram, you see the brand ambassadors, all those ratchet bitches out there, wannabes, whatever. They do get invites. They look like, oh my God, and there they are, front row at Chanel, and you think to yourself, what am I doing wrong that I'm not invited? But trust you me, those bimbos are also thinking, what am I doing wrong to not be invited to the after party? What am I doing wrong to not be invited the day after to the special little canapé thing organized just for a few? Chanel has these layers that are endless. And let me tell you, it starts with, oh, you got a sticker and I didn't? Like entry level, and it goes up to, oh, you got invited to the after party and I didn't. And then I said to Laura the other day, I'm like, Laura, it gets even worse. I don't even think Virginie Viard is at the top because she has bosses too. Don't think that she's sitting there. She doesn't have the same power that Karl Lagerfeld had. I never believe she did. Karl could say, let's just do this. And then they did it. But with her, it's more like they come to her and say, hey, this style sold, this fabric sold last season, push this more. Stop making that. She follows more the guidelines, I have the feeling. She's not that free. So even she's not at the top. Nobody's at the top. There is no top at Chanel. It doesn't exist. You're never going to be satisfied. You're always going to keep running after, but that person got that and I didn't. And that person got invited to that and I didn't. And Chanel is such a master at the brand and manipulating and playing these games of who gets what, who doesn't get what, to make you keep begging for stickers. And it's so sad, but also amazing at the same time because, I'm kind of living for this because it's so distorted. The reality of it all is so sick to the core that, yes, it fascinates me. Disease is a fascinating subject. I was telling you guys just a couple of months ago, this whole concept that I have, a vision of the future, how decadent the future will be. We're going to end up one day, the red carpet events where Joan Rivers would be like, who are you wearing? The question is not going to be what clothes you're wearing. The question is going to be how rich you are and which disease you can afford to get infected with for the red carpet, just to show off that you have the millions necessary for the antidote. So you're going to get infected, oh, what disease are you wearing today? And then you're like, whatever strain of Ebola of this or that. And then they're going to be, oh my God, fabulous, darling. That's going to cost you $4 million to pay for the antidote tomorrow to get rid of it after this soiree. This is the decadence we're living in. These are the times we're living in where you gotta beg for a sticker. And I'm living for it in the sickest of ways, mind you.
We're living in a dystopia disguised as a utopia. Chanel is dystopian.
Oh, yes.
All covered in expensive stuff, but it's not nice. We need to write a book. That's a book that Philip Dick would have written. It's very, what's the name of the Ubix? He wrote those books about a dystopian future where people are ill, where people don't get what they need. Your concept is very, very interesting. I don't think you should share it that much. Somebody will steal it.
Oh, well, we already said it now.
Well, let's delete this bit of the video. I think you need to write that book, seriously.
About the diseased red carpets.
About the deceased, the deceased.
But you know, this is nothing new, Laura. We've had in the past, in the Middle Ages, I mean, with, gosh, I don't think I can even mention this disease on YouTube because it begins with an S. It's, you know, transmitted through, you know, and it can make you go crazy. Nietzsche had it and went cuckoo. It is also reported that Caligula apparently also had it. Roman emperor.
Didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he made his horse a freaking senator. Could you imagine? So he was a bit cuckoo. Or maybe he was the one who was sane and everybody else was crazy. That's also a possibility. But so limbs would fall off when the diseases progressed to a certain point. Part of your extremities of your body would fall off, but people would still have sex and stuff. So they would go to all of these boudoirs and all of these, you know, bordels, and there was jewelry made to cover up the holes. So out of silver, they would make the tip of your nose because your nose fell off. So you had a silver jewelry to cover the nose, to cover the earlobes, so there is like an enhancement to cover up the rotting putrid inside. Very fascinated by it. I am. So to me, it kind of just, my further thought of that, which already existed, was to create the diseases for the red carpet, for the rich, which is kind of an internalization of that being rotten, but not having to externalize it by showing off limbs that are falling off. You just say, oh, you know, I could afford this disease tonight. It's the showing off of the sick because you can afford. I think it's super fascinating. Not in a way like, oh, let's strive towards this, but analytically speaking, it's fascinating. Thirsty bitches, says Mimi Morris.
It's very Dorian Gray what you're saying as well, right? It's not just a disease of that can be seen on our bodies. It could be everything that we're hiding inside as well.
Oh, completely. Very Dorian Gray.
Yeah, I love it.
Barbara
really
says,
do.
okay, let's transform this into a therapy intervention group session. I will start. Hello, my name is Barbara, and I'm a Chanel addict. Yes, we are chaneloholics. This is our the therapy is in session. And I mean, we're never going to really get cured from this, I feel, because I was saying also this to you, Laura, yesterday. I said, well, yeah, it's crazy the amount of spending and it's just all seems so senseless. But at the same time, it does make me happy. These objects make me extremely happy. The shape they have, the history, especially the 255 bag, which is Coco's first, when she returned back to fashion in 54, and then in 55 she launched that bag after being away from fashion designing for, you know, over 2 decades. And 38, 49, no, not over 2 decades, 15 years or so. It makes me happy maybe in a sick way, because it's just aesthetics and they cost a lot, and I'm aware of the fact that it's ridiculously priced and I feel bad about it, but somehow it satisfies me in a very strange way. It makes me happy. I don't know how to, you know, does that make any sense?
Yeah, I think there's not one of us who could say that we haven't been through some level of suffering or disappointment or anything dark that we have experienced that we do not want to cover with all these beautiful things.
Yeah. Oh man, that's so beautiful. Laura, let's end it at that, because it's been an hour already that we've been chatting.
A vintage bag. Let's say goodbye with a vintage bag.
Oh my God, goodbye with a vintage bag. Whoa.
This bag is not mine, it's my friend's, and I will be painting it.
You're gonna, we're gonna give her a cocoa treatment.
A cocoa treatment because it is stained.
Yeah, I see the stain, but I mean, it's okay. It's from the 90s, isn't it?
Yes, I think so. Yes, I think it's from the 90s. Who wants to see inside? Made in France.
Hey, lift it a little bit. Lift it a bit higher. The glamour. The glamour. I told you. Now, I know my last bag on my... Actually, no, I actually lied. I do have two. I told you. Black jersey, 255 in jersey. And a white lambskin timeless classic with gold hardware. When I get really old, I want to be that old bitch dripping in gold, having barely the energy to walk because all the gold is so heavy. And then I have my little miniature timeless classic white lambskin with gold hardware. That's a kind of a dream.
You're never going to be old. I'm going to be there first, though. But that's a dream.
I mean, you know,
it's a nice dream.
Yeah. Really yellow gold, white lambskin, like, and I'm all, you know, decrepit, you know, like a little raisin, all shriveled up, but I kind of like carrying my little, what?
We also need the little wiglets.
Oh my God, Laura. Okay, yeah, let's touch base on that freaking wiglet. Laura sent me, and listen, the collection, actually, Laura, we should do maybe next week together a video going through the cruise collection together because we're invited to the presentation.
Let's get the invite. Yeah, we can show the wiglet in action here as well.
Yes, you guys, this is the wiglet. Hold on, because let me tell you. So, oh my God, you guys, the wiglets. This is something that The cruise collection 2021-2022 sees a plethora of accessories, including hair accessories. So Laura sent me a photo, and I was like, this was just when the collection hit online. And Laura sent me this photo, and I'm like, what the hell is this thing? Is this for real? And then I go to the Chanel website, and let me see if I can find it for you guys. They, for real, made wiglets for like $2,000, but they're not wigs. You know what I used to use? You know, my little wiglet to the front. I have my little, like the Fokuhila thing. What's it called? The famous mohawk thing. What's it called? This thing, like cut in the back, short, and I have this little wiglet at the front, and then it's like, they did a wiglet just like that.
They copied you, Dacob. They copied you.
I was shocked, and I thought these are just models having some weird thing. Hold on.
Well, I thought she had like a wolf cut, or I don't know. Can we say what we said when we were messaging? What we call them?
What did we call them?
What did we call them?
Oh my God, I can't remember. Okay. What did we call it?
We call them merkins.
Oh my God, yes. Okay, you guys. Okay. So, okay, this, I don't know what to say, you guys. This is the wiglet. This is basically, this is what the hell? This, you guys, this, I mean, you guys, this is, wait, let me show you. This is where it's at, you guys. So this is $2,000.
Next week, you see me with one, right? I come to the chat with one.
No, you need two, one on each side. Hold on.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Look, you guys,
amazing.
It's a wiglet. It's a wiglet. It's just for one little part of your head, just like to fall from here to there.
Like
$2,000. They also sell feathers. They have one feather as well for $2,000 if you want. Yes. Oh.
2,000 pounds. Give them to me now.
The glamour, worth every penny.
We call them I'm merking for your Birkin.
I'm merking for your Birkin. Keep on twerking.
For the journey.
That's the journey. Well, guys, what a wonderful way to end it on this note. I hope you've enjoyed our journey together. We went through all of these news for you. This video is packed with juicy information, so you can always rewatch it, start anew, watch us over and over again. Be sure to follow Laura at TheCCSpy on her Instagram journey through Chanelism.
With the essence of Chanel.
Yes.
Let's see how I get.
Yes, and you can also subscribe to my channel as well. Join me, gain access to extra purses. Get access to extra perks if you become a member today, or follow me on Patreon, superdacob all spelled together, as well as my Chanel journey. One of my Instagram profiles is called Coco Chanel is in my house, all spelled together, dedicated to my Chanel collection. And the second one is called Coco Chanel Privé, dedicated to the life of none other than Coco herself. So, but first and foremost, be sure to follow Laura, TheCCSpy on Instagram. That is TheCCSpy on Instagram. Any last words, Laura, before we call it a day?
Don't forget to never give up on love.
Oh, thank you so much. Never give up on love, you guys, and wear a mask. Be safe. Thank you for reminding us, Laura. Love you so much, sweetie. Talk to you soon. Ciao.
You're welcome.
Mwah.